relax this left side a little bit. 1 second. Try to relax this left side right here. Focus here. Okay, wow, okay. A little tight. Here, right there. Focus right there. There we go. There it is. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that was deep.
A little tight. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like Mortal Kombat. Round 2.
Yeah.
Fight.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
that's all I got. I've been feeling really good.
Yeah.
Definitely, I've been doing the dinner roll thing.
Yeah.
I got one. I've been doing that, so I've been able to get movement back here, but it's still kind of tight.
All right.
I feel the pinching, but now if I turn my head,
Yeah.
like it's way more than last time.
Excellent. All right, knees for me. Let's see how you're moving here. Take a deep breath in. We'll sit up. Head back. Let all the air out. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Here we go. 2 more. Let the chest relax. Let it go. Wow, that was nice. Scoot down a little bit. Scoot down. And then exhale. Let it go. Good. Stay there. All right, baby. Go on your side facing me. Hands on your belly. Take a deep breath in. Look over this shoulder as best you can, and then exhale. Relax your back. Good. Breathe. Exhale. Good. Other side for me. Good. Breathe. There we go. Exhale. There you go. Good. All right. Good. Face up for me. Let's see. Out to the right. Okay. I got your head. I got you. Relax this left side a little bit. 1 second. Try to relax this left side right here. Focus here. Okay, wow, okay. A little tight. Relax right there. Good, it's okay.
You got movement on that side
Yeah.
this time.
Oh, let's see,
Yeah, last time we couldn't even get it.
It was frozen, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see this right side here. Okay. Try to keep breathing on me. There we go. Right there. This has got to come together over here. Yep. Trying to stretch the left side of your neck and get this right side to. There we go. So I know you're work now, but what do you do for fun? What's your?
Yeah.
What do you do?
So I just work out and
Working out, okay.
yeah, and I wakeboard sometimes on the weekends.
Okay.
We have a lake up in Fort Myers with like a cable system.
Oh.
So it just pulls you around a lake with like ramps and stuff. And
All right. Head back. Just taking my jackhammer and breaking things down, breaking down walls, cleaning all this out. I want no rigidity.
Yeah.
The goal is that there should be absolutely no restriction, no resistance, and effortlessness, and ease with which these joints move. That's when Dr. Ed starts to get happy.
yeah.
That's the bar that I have is no dents, no dings, like you're talking about here with all your properties, no stains,
Yeah.
no holes in the drywall,
I wish.
Right. What would you say is the average stay at one of your properties? What's the typical time frame?
Most of our tenants stay like, I would say 2 to 3 years.
2-3 years. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we have some that have been like 8, 10 years.
Gotcha.
But I always say the good tenants are the ones so you don't remember their names.
Right. You rent from us?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I got your head. Let it go. Excellent. Right here, right there. Focus right there. There we go. There it is. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that was deep.
A little tight. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There it is. Now it's smooth. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I can actually feel that.
Yeah.
The difference.
It's like a nail into a piece of wood. If you just try to massage the nail in, it might take forever.
Yeah.
We just get it done in a few adjustments, and then it makes the stretching way more effective because now your spine is much more limber, and we hasten the time it takes to actually change posture. There we go. Oh,
But I hit the nails like Mr. Miyagi.
Mr. Miyagi, that's right. Wax on, wax off. Or I start doing the end scene where he's like,
Yeah, right? Back to full health.
That's right. Like, I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure his knee is busted.
Yeah.
Sensubine. Cures all ailments. There you go. I got you. All right. Let's have your shirt off for me. Let's work on the shoulders. Eventually, the tissue becomes so willing to move and clean and free of lactic acid that you actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
Actually becomes something where, it's like, Ed, I can't believe this hurt so much before. It's like, well, that's how much plaque and how much lactic acid and how much, your body expected and guarded your body expecting another injury, and we have to work through that to a place where now your body's like, okay, he's not going to crash anymore.
Yeah.
I don't need to stay all jammed and tight.
Now the fun begins.
Ooh, how quick that came out. Ooh. Can I imagine everybody's, when they look at you at the gym, like, what in the world?
Yeah.
Everybody back away, he's got shingles. Look out. It's not shingles, people. It's just some lactic acid in his muscles. It'll be okay.
Well, I feel it on the bicep. The great.
Mm-hmm.
The great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Right there.
Yeah, my triceps and chest are just sore from yesterday. So I kind of changed my workout this week to focus more on eccentric movements.
Mm.
So lightweight to kind of protect the joints a little bit more, and then just focus on that negative and the time under tension.
Ooh, that's a nice knot right there.
Yeah, this peg always has felt tighter than the other side.
Ooh. Oh no, not the elbow.
Not the elbow.
Not the elbow. back. Right there.
Yeah, I feel it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it feels massive.
Yep. Every time we do it, it'll get smaller. Just tangled. The muscle gets torn and heals with a little bit of tightness and heals a little tangled. And you got to keep combing it like hair until it's, not tangled. And the comb can go through effortlessly. We call them muscle fibers. They're actually fibers, kind of like hair fibers, and they can. When they get stiff, they actually form adhesions between the fibers. That's what we call the fascia, and the connections in the superficial tissue gets kind of glued together, and that's what we're trying to break loose. Right there.
Yeah, I jammed that one like 3 days ago playing basketball.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We want to heal with mobility.
Yeah,
As
that's
long as
good.
we keep it moving. I think about just, I think something that plagues, people that they don't take care of their hands is something called trigger finger, where the tendons inside here will bind up along the other tendons in here, and then they get stuck, and people will bend their finger. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
And then they can't straighten it
Okay.
because just like an engine has oil, there's like a lubricant that is in here that allows the tendons as cables to slide individually,
Okay.
right? And so I just think about, when we're young, proactively, like cleaning your teeth or brushing your teeth, or like what I did to your arm and brushing muscles, is kind of a little tin can oil man, like from Wizard of Oz, getting a little oil, you understand? Just getting a little, not a lot, not maybe once a month, just having these cables right in here. And they feel great on you. I'm not saying there's a problem. I'm saying, but preventatively, to avoid trigger finger at 65, do you understand? Some level of maintenance or attention or care should have been put, especially somebody like you who's going to the gym, is being active, working as a property manager. You're doing a lot of moving, and and so you don't like just a tiny bit. Feel like a little, see how this is smooth here?
Yeah.
See how nice and smooth, and then I got a little like, got a little grainy, kind of a little bit of. That shouldn't be there. That's a little bit, like I said, we jam your finger, little injuries that happen. and the tendons heal with these little, and they can be worked out of there, but I know it's not a symptomatic level, and again, this is healthcare.
Yeah.
How do I not get this to a place where I bend my finger and it gets stuck? You just wanna, there shouldn't be any, just little, maybe the arm, maybe the hand that, we got injured or, fall on a motorcycle, who knows, there's little injuries happening here. I think of it, if you're an athlete, you gotta have a car mechanic. All too often we're left in a world of just wing it and make it and hope you make it and, take painkillers as needed. And then you can make it to 40. It's just now, how are we gonna make it to 90?
Exactly.
It's like,
And the goal is to make it to 90.
well, or longer, but if you get here, if you come here at 90 and go, Ed, I got some problems, I go, well, what would you expect? I told you 90. We did pretty good.
You want me to take it
I
off?
think you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. We're good. Good. Right there. There you go. Yeah, you're good. Perfect. Necklace is almost like a shield in the areas I don't really want to work on anyway. The lower neck is already overstressed, and so it really doesn't benefit from further care. I caution sometimes too much focus on the injured area. I think a lot of doctors want to treat therapy-wise right on the area that is hurting. I go, I don't know, guys. I feel like you might be injuring it more by not seeing the big picture.
Yeah.
That the whole spine around the area is actually the problem.
Isn't there a saying that goes, the pain is 2 joints away?
Very good. Well, that might be something I said, but that's exactly. Right. The problem is at least usually next door. I usually say the problem is next door. If Abel's been stabbed, Cain's right next door. There we go. Oh no, not back into the armpit. Right there, not too bad. There we go. A little bit right there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as bad as last time.
I think I want to release that. Get rid of all.
Yeah, just
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get right there.
Just deep breaths.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here it is, it's releasing. Okay. All right, face down for me. feel all this tightness over here when you're face down. There.
It tickles.
Yeah, all right.
No, you good, it just tickles.
Okay. All right, put your arm back down. Yeah.
All right.
So there's something, principle I call the 8 corners, and I usually introduce this as people come in more frequently. You'll see me always working on 8 spots, and they on both sides. And so you'll see me working on 2 here in the upper neck, 2 here in the upper traps, 2 here in the middle back, and then 2 on the glutes I'll work on in a second. So those 8 corners I think of as like, I don't know, district managers, regional managers. And if you check in with your managers, you don't have to work on every employee. And so I first go to those areas, and if I find problems in those areas, I will then kind of go around and go to each individual employee. But as the care progresses, if the regional areas are good, by definition, the other areas are going to be fine because they're the ones that are instructed by this area. And so it's, you don't love me anymore. No, I just checked the regional managers, and like this guy right here is asking for some help, and so I'll sit here and work on him. But it's a let's just say they're like the bottlenecks. They're the weak points, let's call them. You know, they're the transition segments between, you know, the skull and the atlas, between the cervical and the thoracic, between the thoracic and the lumbar. Does that make sense? Between the lumbar and the sacrum. Anywhere there's a transition between the type of material, the type of vertebrae, that's where it's inherently the weakest, right? It's like if you welded 2 pieces of metal together, right? Or sewed 2 pieces of cloth together, right? The weakest part would be where it was. If you pull on that fabric, it's going to tear at the weakest part. And so when we have injuries, they always seem to occur right at these transitions. And so if we can keep these areas working well, then we know the areas in between are going to be fine. Anyway, so very good. Right there, yeah. These are the roots of your neck.
Yeah.
It's like Mortal Kombat. Round 2.
Yeah, right.
Fight. Round 2, guys.
Except it's not as painful.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right.
Right.
Yeah, that's the spot.
this right side's got all the goodies in it.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah.
Is that your toes?
My ankle.
Your ankle?
Yeah, I can crack my right ankle.
It's like over and over
Yeah,
again?
it's tendons, yeah,
Yeah.
tendons.
I probably sprained both of them dozens of times playing basketball growing up. But yeah.
Is that a fire crackling in the background? No, it's just his ankles.
Like a stegosaurus.
Ooh, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Little goodie there on the left hip. Because there's the whole left side of your body that got mainly
Yeah.
collided. Yeah. There's probably some remnant of that. You know, one of the cables is the muscle that lifts your toes up, causes what, you know, if it doesn't work, you have foot drop, but it's essentially the tendon that supports the arch of the foot is this muscle here.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of always want to check. This is the shin splint muscle. Not let this get out of hand in here. Essentially, these muscles up here, right? The tighter they get, their tendons all traverse the ankle, right? So then when you move your ankle around, if those cables are like guitar strings tight, you can repetitively, you know, make sounds over the bones. It doesn't. I mean, if you,
Making a string.
yeah, it's not. The tendons are like steel cables, though. I mean, my gosh, it's gonna take a lot to injure them, but just they shouldn't. The point is that the muscles shouldn't be so tight that they make super loud snapping sounds. I mean, I wouldn't say it's pathology to have some level of clicking. I mean, every ankle to some degree is going to have some sounds when you rotate it repetitively. It's just people forget that we're made up of a lot of cables. There's muscles with cables called tendons that they're attached to, and, you know. But the tighter the cable, the more likely it is to get injured, you know, or get, say, inflamed. Let's call it. And then what can happen is when we have people have lower back injuries, disc injuries, that makes the muscles contract, not when your brain wants them to contract, but because the nerve pressure here is causing them to falsely contract, right? So then it makes it so that we have tightness or heaviness or then weakness.
So it's like
Oh, yeah.
you go. That's good.
That's all I got.
That was good.
It's fun.
You got all but 5.
They're plastics.
Oh, gosh, my toes now.
Were you not able to do that before?
Yeah, but not
As easily?
almost my palms.
Yeah, that's good.
Keep these elbows a little bit more together. There we go. Take a deep breath in for me. And then exhale. Good. Good. There we go. Yeah. There you go. Breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as dark as last time,
Yeah,
but
no.
still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got really dark last time, so do it again.
Let me look at your posture again. I'm gonna see if this how if I still want that exercise done. Yeah, it's very slight. We had your left shoulder, right? You had the left shoulder going like that to the left.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very minimal. I mean, whew. Maybe like another couple week prescription, and then I would just stop because it's changing. I mean, I'm seeing a very slight.
Yeah,
but
they're making me go like.
Yes, it's just it needs a little bit more, but I would then just simply go to the den roll and work on extension. I wouldn't do any rotation while you're
No
on it.
rotation.
Just
Yeah,
keep
because you made me do last time back and then to the left.
correct. Yeah,
Okay,
just
yeah.
another couple weeks to a month. Probably the next time I see you, I probably will take that away and just say just work on straight back because it's like a drawer. The drawer is starting to level, and then we're just going to take it even
Gotcha.
in. It was crooked, and now we're getting it level. Head back. Yep, I put a book behind your head, maybe 2. I don't want you to bend your neck too much. Arms up. Yeah, there you go. And then about every minute you're going to move down your back. So
So like this
you'll roll upwards,
Oh, gotcha.
and you'll move down your back about every minute. And you push with your heels, and you're gonna push your body down.
Into the.
Well, you're gonna roll upwards by pushing with your heels.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna roll upwards about every minute 1 inch, and until this is about your middle back. So we never go down to the lower back. I want you, the whole thoracic cage is what we're attempting to loosen. As an ideal time, it would be, maybe before you went to the gym to loosen yourself up with the roller. But the neck down roll before you go to bed to put your neck back in the right position.
That's usually when I do it.
Perfect.
Before I go to bed. Yeah.
Feeling good?
Thank you. Oh yeah.
Very good.
Thank you.
Pleasure.